money. Now I'm in the Benz truck with a new honey. They said I wouldn't make it. I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummy.
Hey, everybody, it's the Coach. This is Thursday Night Football on EA Sports.
Just off the shores of Lake Erie, we are at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already, and we've got a good one in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. Here come the Bengals now to take over. They'll be led out by the former Texas Christian University Horned Frog, Andy Dalton.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it, in the middle of the schedule. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be a second down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. First drive for this offense today, and our first chance to get a look at Tyler Eifert.
And he's part of the new wave of tight ends in the NFL. They use them in every position, sometimes even by themselves as a wide receiver.
Now a first carry from Giovanni Bernard. And a short gain down to about the 33. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. Well, look now at the starters on the defensive side for the Browns. They were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. Andy Dalton, and able to find Green. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
There's nothing like getting out of the gate and finding your favorite target. Andy Dalton just did that with A.J. Green.
And some people call that a nice fantasy football connection as well.
Yeah, they're piling up the points that way, and they want to see that continue.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
And as we've seen throughout this season, it's no picnic trying to score touchdowns against this unit. They're ranked #1 against the run. But it's also difficult because it's not easy to throw the ball against them either.
A carry for Bernard. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
And allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff him for a loss. Then he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Carl Davis. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We always talk about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on third down. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
Mayfield going to lead the Browns up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Carlos Hyde. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Vontaze Burfict, the one to get him down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Mayfield now on second down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey. 4 down.
The first carry now. This is Johnson. Room to run past midfield. And finally marked down at the 42-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Holding offense.
That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you've got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Browns with a football to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Working out of the gun, Mayfield underneath for Johnson.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
We got 4. Now let's go. Green, 39. Green.
Following the penalty, it's Hyde. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Gordon. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone, and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
He dumps it to Hyde. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Carlos Hyde, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him? And you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now this Bengals offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal.
Giovanni Bernard, nothing but green grass. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Giovanni Bernard, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bengals strike quickly here for 6 points. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. There's an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Sturgis for the extra point, and the lead is now 10-7. This one taken from the 7. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. 2nd down, Mayfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. On 1st and 10, Mayfield. He's got his tight end. It's Fells. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him up to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Hey, hurry up, here we go.
And again, it's Mayfield. Throw left side complete. It's Gordon. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a first down for him, too.
Mayfield on 1st down. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Rashard Higgins. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. To throw, Mayfield. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Cleveland after this. Mayfield now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gordon. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Zane Gonzalez now to try the Browns field goal. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Over the middle, that's caught by Ross. He'll be tackled shy of the 35. Shifty footwork gets him a little extra on the play. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Dalton here from the gun. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
That's complete. Bernard. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Another look for Dalton on 2nd and 10. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Trent Taylor there, and it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And we'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. Back deep, Jarvis Landry. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, 7-yard return, and the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the gun, Mayfield. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Higgins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So the offense takes the timeout, and they are back out and ready to rock. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Good games all over the screen there, one being at MetLife Stadium. A big one for the Jets, as they'll have to contend with the New England Patriots. Then later, they'll let the sun die down a bit in Tampa. A late start here in Florida, where it'll be the Buccaneers.
An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 8. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spend the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They go with Chubb on second down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
All right, here we go. Green 39! Green 39!
Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Hurry up, here we go!
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. To the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to his tight end, David Njoku. And it's 3rd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
The Browns on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing, Mayfield. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
Personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side.
All right, now, Lucky 56. Lucky 56. Mike 96. Mike 96. No. Check. Patriot.
They'll run it with Jackson. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Flushed out right. Shakes it under pressure now, and he's going to go down just inside the 5-yard line. Will Compton able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
Line of scrimmage at the 4. Here's 3rd and goal.
Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Here we go now. Green 39.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Josh Gordon, his 6th touchdown of the season, and the Browns add on to their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Gonzalez now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this 2nd half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Dalton gives to Bernard. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. Now, the Bengals on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got his man here. It's Green. And a nice gain of 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Throwing, Dalton. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. And that'll make it 3rd down. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. And it'll be Dalton again. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Big 4th down here. It's Dalton. He's going to sling this deep. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Looking for his tight end, Eifert, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. Now a 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
The Browns on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. So now the Bengal offensive unit back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Dalton, 1st and 10. Green's got it over the middle. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Hey, you're on an island over there. Lady,
1st and 10 for Dalton. Underneath, this is Bernard. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 23 yards on the play. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Dalton operating in the red zone now. Looking left sideline, incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Dalton. His throw caught at about the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The connection since 2011. Dalton to Green for a Bengal 1st down. This will be Dalton again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Terrence Mitchell. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. The 20, 10. And he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. Now you start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and the lead is now 24. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This is taken at his 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bengals offense now, they head back onto the field. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in a game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Second down, Dalton. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he showed off the athletic juke. Good little gain there. Not a whole lot of real estate, but a nice carry. And the Bengals on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 5. Fakes the give to Bernard. Dalton. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Complete to the right side. It's Eifert. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Another chance for Dalton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football. So now he's hit, and Dalton lost the football. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
And without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
Green 39.
Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they're setting themselves up as a major contender as they move to 8-1 now on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week, where they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, their season is on life support.
If the squad ain't with me, then it ain't right. Yeah. Hey. Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah.